spend an hour with us. You're going to learn a few things along the way, maybe ask some questions too, and be part of our whole Fortify family here. And that's what we are. That's what we like to think of it as. Dr. Lang and I aren't salesmen. We're doctors, and you're our friends, and we got to take care of you. And that's what we try to do each and every Saturday. When we talk about recovery, I just want to tell you just real quick. In fact, I'm recovering right now after my morning workout. I did about a 3.5 mile hike and did my session in the gym with weights, trained pretty heavy today. So I'm in body recovery right now myself. I don't get away with that either. I have to do it. And so I'm sitting here in front of my microphone and I'm sipping on a protein drink with our Fortify Fit added to it. And I put in a little bit of our superfoods. And that's my morning recovery. And usually, folks, that's my morning breakfast. As a nutritionist, I know the value of breakfast each and every day. But I'm just not a sit down and eat breakfast kind of guy. I'm out the door and I have things to do and down the road, and that's just me. And but I do realize the importance of a good breakfast, and so I drink my breakfast in the morning without all the extra calories and all the extra sugar sometimes that we get from those. But I always tell our patients, after recovery, or after exercise, there's the recovery part. And there's actually 3 parts to every exercise program. There's the pre-exercise where you hydrate and you warm up, not stretch, but warm up. Okay. And you hydrate. All right. You got to remember that. Then there's and part 2 is the actual exercise portion of your day. And then part 3 is the recovery part. And that's when you warm down. And that's when you do your stretching, okay? And you again hydrate, and you drink the rest of your fit drink at the end of your workout, and that starts the whole recovery process. If I tell patients and trainees all the time that if you don't recover properly, I'm not giving you credit for that workout because you've actually done some damage to the body, to the muscles. So we have to recover, folks. So that's my whole point. Sit down, rest, recover, enjoy Dr. Lang and I, and we'll get you on that path. And before I forget, one little housekeeping thing here. I just want to say real quick. A lot of folks have been asking me in the last couple of weeks about the infrared saunas I always talk about, mention, and how Dr. Lang and I both use those to get us back on the path each and every day. And the brand name of mine is Dynamic. And I looked it up, and they're now being sold on Amazon. And the big thing about a sauna, is the shipping. Well, the shipping's included. I don't work for Amazon. I don't get paid from them, but I like to pass on good information. So if you're looking for the saunas that Dr. Lang, Dr. Hall use, they're found on Amazon. So I just wanted to get that out there because this week alone, I probably got a dozen calls just for the brand name. So now you have it. Now you can make your own choices. So back to you, Dr. Lang. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Hall. We're getting ready to go to call. We got Bob, David, Dennis, and Clara on hold. We're going to take all of those in just a second. Today, we're going to talk about something about fruits and vegetables. How many fruits and vegetables do you eat a day? How many do you really need? And what are all the studies showing? And that is how we develop organic blue-green superfood. So we're going to parlay that into it. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes, but we're going to do some rapid-fire questions first. Let's go to Bob. Bob in Ocala, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, doctor. Pleasant to talk to you this Saturday morning. First order of agenda, happy birthday, Dr. Lang, on Thursday.
Oh,
enjoy your day.
Thank you. Yes, birthday's coming up. That's true. Oh, yeah. Lordy. I don't like celebrating birthdays as I get older.
You should have more practice by this time.
So what's going on?
Last time we spoke, I asked you about the beets and blood pressure, nitrous oxide and blood pressure. I've been thinking about that since we spoke last time, and a question has arisen: if high blood pressure is a result of clogging of the arteries and the veins, with expansion and controlled nitrous oxide, would that not have a tendency to break it loose and cause a stroke or heart attack?
That's a great question. It's a very in-depth question. It's very true. As you get older, you develop atherosclerotic plaque in the arteries, okay? And then any type of exercise, elevated blood pressure, and things like that can indeed break plaque off of your aorta, off your carotids, and it can lodge in the brain, and you can have a stroke, an ischemic event in the brain. We see it in the eyes, an eye doctor. We see ischemic optic neuropathy. We see branch vein occlusions, branch artery occlusions, central retinal artery occlusions, central retinal vein occlusions. The list goes on and on and on. And we're more prone as we get older, Bob, as our cholesterol levels go up, our triglycerides, our C-reactive protein, all of this. But you're absolutely correct. Not only, some exercise, elevated blood pressure, lower blood pressure, all this fluctuation can cause plaque to break loose. And the key here is to try to keep the blood pressure as normal as possible through dietary changes, through exercise, weight management. I mean, things that like L-citrulline that's in our Fortify Fit, beets and things like that that have dietary nitrites, that can help lower your blood pressure naturally. Omega-3 can lower blood pressure naturally. Good thing about omega-3, it's kind of a double whammy because omega-3 has been proven to reduce plaque, atherosclerotic plaque, and also reduce blood pressure. So it's a double whammy at fighting against, two of the key factors that cause you to leave this planet early, atherosclerosis and high blood pressure. So, like I said, it's a combination of all these things that we have to do to keep our blood pressure low. We don't want fluctuating blood pressure. By the same token, we don't want fluctuating blood sugars. And so, yeah, you bring up a valid point there. Like I said, the key is as we age to get in our ideal body weight, become a lean, mean fighting machine. Most of us, as we get older, we become sedentary. We eat fast food and we eat convenient foods and we don't exercise and we get fatter and fatter and unhealthier and unhealthier. So that's why this show is such a good thing for people to listen to improve their lifestyle, improve their life and longevity and overall quality of life.
Thank you again, doctors. Didn't get the chance to talk to you this morning,
all right,
Dr.
Bob.
Hall, but I know you're there. Have a good week.
All right,
We'll
Bob.
talk to you next week.
Thanks, Bob. All right, we got David in California. David, thanks for holding us awful early in California.
Oh yeah, it's still dark actually, but just fine. Hey, it's I'm glad I followed that last caller because Dr. Hall made kind of an odd comment about warming up in the morning, but not straight. About breaking some of that plaque.
No, I think warming up is crucial. You really need to warm up, and I think some stretching and warming up in the morning is good. You don't want to jump out of bed and just go run a marathon or go right into the gym and start pumping 315 pounds. Get into it a little slower. I always start out with lighter weight, more reps, things of this nature. You should be fine. The whole key here is, see your primary care physician. Make sure that your blood chemistries are pretty good. Obviously, if somebody's dramatically overweight and very unhealthy and elevated triglycerides, C-reactive protein, homocysteine, cholesterol, all out of whack, then, you need to consult with your physician and a nutritionist before doing any type of heavy exercise, cardiovascular or weightlifting. Doc Hall, chime in on this too.
Absolutely. My comment there was this. The latest research has been, since we've been, kids, we've been taught, you stretch before exercise and like that. And I'm a big observer. I'm a big researcher on these things. I watch people. That's part of my whole research process. And I see people at the tracks or different events, and they absolutely overstretch the body before they've done anything. And, they hyper their knees and their elbows and their joints. And that's not what you want to do. You want to warm up the body. And, if you're going to go for a run, the best warm up for a run is to walk. All right. You mimic what you're going to take part in. And so not that stretching is a bad thing. It's a very good thing. But after the exercise, because what the stretching does after the exercise is releases all of the acids and everything that you've accumulated in the muscles. And so then that way you don't get to DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, and your range of motion will greatly improve. I've seen people over at the track, honestly, run around the track and they run directly for their vehicle and they jump in, their heart's kicking, 90 miles an hour, and they haven't done any stretching, any cooling down or anything. You have to cool that body down after exercise, do a little bit of stretching. So it's not that I'm against stretching at all. I'm very much for stretching, but it has to come at the right time. Warm up before exercise, stretch after exercise.
Yeah, I got to think about that because I do like construction. Hey, well, the real reason I called, you with the last couple of years with not only COVID but monkeypox and all this other stuff. I'm into gardening and into the environment, and as is known, they're invasive species. We got fire ants coming in, we've got armadillos, we got all kind of things, and the idea diseases here in America, what should be prepared for, and these lousy politicians that refuse to acknowledge global warming exists, they're not even putting together a budget for what we need to do with fire ants, much less with invasive diseases.
Wow. Yeah. That's a whole nother show too. All I can say is, build a powerful immune system, David. Obviously getting outside in the sun, plenty of sunshine, fresh air, vitamin D from the sun is important. Eat your organically grown fruits and vegetables, which we're going to talk about. Take the right vitamins, the right supplements, build a very powerful immune system. So whatever invades us, whether it's from pollution, it's from a virus, it's from a bacteria, whatever it is, a powerful immune system, you're strong enough to fight it off. And, I wouldn't listen to all the politicians. I would take the proverbial bull by the horns and, take advantage of the things that we discuss on this show and what you learn as well to build a powerful immune system. That's the
good water. Good water is a big issue in that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
If these politicians don't clean up our waters, we'll all be drinking Flint water.
Wow.
So, you hear over there in Jackson, Mississippi, all of those top politicians, the governor on down there laughing at that mayor, but they're not doing anything to fix the problem. And they could have gotten in on the infrastructure bill this year, as well as last year, and they could have had a big pot of money to fix that water system, but they laughed about how they were going to make Biden look like a fool for not getting an infrastructure bill. And now they got their own state capital. That's Jackson. And they got their own state capital. I'm fearing for cholera down there. If this is going on for a couple of weeks, cholera is very likely now. And have cholera break out in America, that's amazing.
Right.
And but that just shows the evilness of those lousy politicians that refuse to acknowledge global warming. They're not even conservatives. They're not stewards of the earth, so they're clearly not Christians. And they basically are allowing a city to die just for political gain. Just wicked.
David, I agree wholeheartedly. Amen. And we're going to have to move to the next call because we're getting loaded up, my friend. Thanks for waking up early and giving us a call. All right. Interesting. You're listening to Ask the Doctor, 1-877-969-8600. You're also listening to Ask the Doctors, 1-877-969-8600. We get a lot of people to take phone calls here. Once again, if you got a question, give us a holler. Dr. Richard Hall, Dr. Michael Lang. We're broadcasting all over the continent of U.S. and live video streaming all over the world. Anything you want to talk about regarding nutrition and eye care. I could do a whole show on politics, but we're not going to address that right now. All right, let's go to Dennis in Largo. Dennis, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. I'm calling because I've got a daughter who's she's 20 now and in college, but when she's had bifocals since she was 4. And her eyesight is continually getting worse. I mean, it's slowed. The worsening has slowed, but I mean, she's just a few ticks away from being legally blind. And she was diagnosed with a thin eye wall, and because of that, she couldn't have surgery or anything like that. So I'm wondering if there's any remedy that you know of, maybe outside the box or whatever, that could arrest that or reverse it.
Well, when kids are in bifocals at a young age, all right, it's because they have a focusing problem or they're over focusing their eyes, believe it or not. It's called accommodative esotropia or accommodative esophoria, where their eyes over accommodate, over focus, and the eye has a tendency to turn in. So the bifocal actually relaxes that over accommodation. And I've got two trains of thought on that. If I see a patient that's young and the eye actually turns in, absolutely, I think a bifocal is a good idea. If the eye doesn't turn in, I like to use, believe it or not, vision therapy, a correction for the distance only, and some specific eye exercises that can help get them to control their focusing ability and use it instead of becoming dependent on a bifocal. Because I see oftentimes when we could put kids in bifocals when I don't think they need to be in bifocals, the ciliary muscle, the muscle responsible for focusing, atrophies, so to speak. And it puts them in presbyopia. That's when we hit 40, the inability to focus much earlier in life. So, I'm a big advocate, the least amount of medication, the least amount of surgery, the least amount of optical correction that gets the job done. So let me ask you this, Dennis. Does her eye turn in toward her nose, one of the eyes?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a good idea then, because that's called accommodative esotropia, and so the bifocal is definitely right for her. So with accommodative esotropia, how old is she now?
She's 20.
Yeah, she's still really young. Sometimes in the hands of a competent vision therapist, they can do some vision therapy to help a little bit, but in this situation, the bifocal usually works the best. She could go to contact lenses oftentimes, all right? So we can overplus the contact lenses sometimes and bifocal. Also, from a nutritional standpoint, believe it or not, if she eats more wild Alaskan salmon, it's got to be wild salmon, that's high in astaxanthin that has been shown in many clinical studies to improve amplitude of accommodation. That means focusing ability. Or you take a little pill that I developed 12 years ago now, and I revised it 4 times, and it's simply called Fortify Focus Blue Light Defense. And so Fortify Focus has the astaxanthin in it, the exact astaxanthin in the exact ratio that was in the clinical studies. That's 6 milligrams of astaryl astaxanthin. Plus, it has 10 milligrams of lutein and 2 milligrams of zeaxanthin. So not only does it help focusing, it also helps protect the eyes from the damaging blue, the computer, and all the digital apps that we use today, because it increases something called macular pigment density. So I recommend that to everybody. My 16-year-old daughter's on it. I'm on it. My 94-year-old mom's on it. We live in a digital world with digital screens everywhere, so we want to protect our eyes from that. So, and once again, I would stay in the bifocal, see a good optometrist that is in tune, possibly with vision therapy, and maybe eat wild Alaskan salmon and or take the Fortify Focus or something similar.
Well, will that help with the thinning eye wall? Because that's the main concern. Because I'm concerned about her going blind.
All right. When you say thinning eye wall, there's a lot of things that can be thin. Now, when the doctor said had a thinning eye wall, was she thinking about having LASIK surgery or anything like that? And they said she had something that was thin?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably a thin cornea. Okay. And so if the cornea is thin, then absolutely LASIK surgery would be contraindicated. I don't think this would predispose her to, going blind at a younger age at all. All right. You can also have thinning of the retina. Okay. Now, thinning of the retina and the peripheral retina, when we look at the eye when you're dilated, that's why it's crucial for her to be dilated at her annual eye exams. We look at the peripheral retina to make sure there's no holes or tears or thinning. That's called lattice degeneration. There's all sorts of peripheral retinal anomalies that can predispose you to developing a retinal tear or retinal detachment. Then also educate her on the signs and symptoms of a possible retinal tear or retinal detachment. So any sudden signs or symptoms of flashing lights or thousands of little floaters and specks that look like pepper or paprika, flashing lights or floaters, she needs to be aware of that and get in to see a doctor and have her eyes dilated immediately, not a week later. And that's for anybody listening, because that's a potential sign of a retinal tear or retinal detachment. Oftentimes it's just vitreal in origin and just the gel is thinning out, and that happens around 40. 50 years of age. So it's pretty common, and sometimes it's nothing to be worried about, but oftentimes it could be a retinal tear.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right,
Doctor.
Dennis. I know we covered a lot pretty fast, but hopefully some of it absorbed in.
I think so. Thank you.
All right, Dennis. Take care. And you can always go back and listen to these shows at YouTube, and that's the Ocular Health channel, Dr. Michael Lang Ocular Health channel on YouTube, and watch all of these videos and podcasts. Phone lines are open, 1-877-969-8600. Like I said, we're broadcasting through some new markets right now. We're in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, California, New Mexico, Arizona, Louisiana, Shreveport, and Alexandria, Louisiana. You know, I was born in New Orleans, so I have a thing for all you Louisianians. You love those oyster po' boys, roast po' boys with a little crystal hot sauce. So a lot of other stations throughout the country are tuning in. If you got a question, give Dr. Hall and me a call at 1-877-969-8600. So today's topic is fruits and vegetables. How important are they? They're extremely important, okay? You can actually decrease the risk of a multitude of diseases of the eye and the entire body, and actually increase your lifespan by eating more fruits and vegetables, preferably organically grown fruits and vegetables, if they're the dirty dozen. So I always tell people the dirty dozen fruits and vegetables, don't eat them unless they're organically grown, because they're filled with pesticides that can cause potential health issues in your body and in your eyes. There's a new study. It was just published March 2021 in the Journal of Circulation. They looked at over 2 million people for 30 years. This is huge. And they compared the people that ate 2 servings of fruits and vegetables to the people that ate 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Simply by adding 3 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, you decrease the chance of risk of death from any cause by 13%. You decrease the risk of death by heart disease or stroke by 12%. You decrease the risk of all types of cancers by 10%. And you decrease the risk of respiratory disease, especially COPD, by 35% by consuming 5 fruits and vegetables a day instead of the national average of 2 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. So all of us eat more organically grown fruits and vegetables, colorful fruits and vegetables, the reds, the greens, the blues, the oranges, the orange color, the yellow color. So the more colorful fruits and vegetables on the plate, the better. And so Dr. Hall and I realize that a lot of you just aren't going to do that. You're meat and potatoes man or woman, right? And you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables. So that's when we developed the Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood. I developed this first years and years ago, and then we refined it. And it only has 25 calories, 4 net carbs in this thing. It tastes delicious. Most of these blue-green superfoods and green superfoods are nasty tasting, or they use sucralose or aspartame to make it taste better. This is all naturally flavored, organically flavored. We use a little organic stevia. Like I said, it only has 25 calories. But here's the kicker. This is FODMAP free. That means anybody with IBS can take it. It will not cause bloating and digestive issues. It's also gluten-free. It's all certified organic. So I always tell people when they're looking at fruits and vegetable capsules or fruit and vegetable powders, make sure it's all certified organic, gluten-free, and FODMAP-free, and you'll do well. We added pineapples, spirulina, wheatgrass juice, blueberries, kale, barley grass juice, broccoli, strawberries, peppermint leaf, cinnamon, probiotics and enzymes also. And we have 6 adaptogenic organic mushrooms in here that are amazing for your immune system and your energy. Things like cordyceps, reishi, king trumpet, shiitake, lion's mane, and turkey tail. Turkey tail. I knew a guy I used to call turkey tail in Nolans. So it's our organic blue-green superfood. And the other thing is, I always recommend, Dr. Hall and I both recommend this, and Doc Hall is going to chime in on this in a minute. He wrote an article on this recently, Learn to read labels, because most people are using these proprietary blends. Most companies give you a proprietary blend, say it has 2,000 milligrams, and they put everything but the kitchen sink in there, right? 50 different fruits and vegetables. It's a proprietary blend, so you don't know what's actually in it. They may take the least expensive unit and put 99% of it, and then just fractions of the stuff that's actually expensive and beneficial. So always look on the label to see what actually is in it. I mean, we tell you, we've got 2,000 milligrams of pineapple, 1,300 milligrams of spirulina, 1,200 milligrams of wheatgrass juice, 1,020 milligrams of organic blueberries. I mean, most people are putting 5 milligrams, so that's why you don't notice a difference. So the list goes on and on. We tell you exactly what's in it. It's called Fortify Organic Blue Green Superfood. One little scoop, mix it up in a cup of milk or in water, and have that daily. You get those additional fruits and vegetables in your diet with no calories. That studies indicate they help you be healthier for longer term of life. Call, what do you think about that? What do you think about, first of all, our organic blue green superfood? We get lots of customers that use it, lots of testimonials, but the whole label deal, isn't this really true what's going on with labels these days?
Absolutely, Dr. Lang. I'm one of those customers. I actually in the morning, that's my breakfast. Is I always include our superfoods, and that covers a lot of bases for me, folks. It really does, and it tastes good. A lot of these, and I snoop around. I go test all these other labels and all these other brands and products and stuff. And quite honestly, and I know you expect me to say this, but it's true. And with Dr. Lang and I, we only tell you the truth, and that's the truth. Okay. But as a nutritionist, I need to walk a fine line here. Okay. And I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. So it's not misconstrued that I'm saying something else. As children, we learned that eating fruits are very good for us. Okay. Mom and dad and grandma and grandpa, they all told us, you've got to eat your fruits and veggies. And sometimes, we went along with that, sometimes not so much. But folks, they are very good for us, as Dr. Lang said. They are a storehouse of nutrients that our bodies need. Okay. Now here's that fine line. But if you're concerned about sugar and calories, you need to be aware, not beware, be aware that most fruits and veggies are not veggies so much, but most fruits are loaded with both. Okay. Now, does that make them bad or anything? Well, it depends on your situation. I had a doctor call me a couple of weeks ago, and he says, Doctor, I'll turn over to you. He says, I want you to take a look at their diet, their nutrition, the whole thing, because this guy's on a roller coaster for energy now. He's high and low. He can't sleep at night, and he's gaining weight like almost daily. Will you take a look? And I did, and I asked the gentleman, I said, Dr. All, don't worry about that. He said, it's perfect. And I said, well, kind of let me be the judge of that. I've been doing this for a few years, and let me take a peek. And he says, I got it all nailed down. He says, I drink 4 or 5 fruit smoothies a day. And, folks, that's just overloading your body with sugar, and this guy was on a roller coaster. He was high one minute and then down in the dumps the next, So I straightened that all out. The bottom line, 3 days later, he called me back and he says, I'm sleeping better. He says, I don't have this erratic stuff. And he says, I'm not driving my wife crazy. And I said, well, I saved another marriage, so, but anyway, folks, not to belabor this, but, just be aware of what your body needs. And, for me, that's a quick fix with our superfoods. It's good for you. It's quick. It's easy. And I'm not getting all that sugar and all the other stuff there that I don't need, the extra calories. Some of these fruit smoothies this guy was mixing up had over 1,000 calories in them. And he was just drinking it down, just boom, just like that. And he's drinking 4 or 5 a day. So that was 4,000 or 5,000 calories just in smoothies. No wonder he was gaining that extra weight. So I'm not steering you away from fresh veggies and fresh fruits or anything like that. That's quite the opposite. But I'm just telling you to be aware of what you're taking in, and superfoods could really be a real good way for you to get all the nutrients that you need.
Absolutely. All right, let's open up the phone lines. 1-877-969-8600. Anywhere in the continental U.S., if you've got a question regarding your vision, eye care, or a nutritionally related topic, pick up the phones, give us a call, 1-877-969-8600. I got to have some buddies in Louisiana that want to give us a call. One more time, 1-877-969-8600. Final time I'm giving you a call, 1-877-969-8600. You can check out the information and the science behind our Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood on the website at fortify.com. Fortify.com, Fortifeye. That's fortify.com. And the phone number for Fortify Vitamins, you can call directly, 866-503-9746. We are open today. This is Saturday, 866-503-9746. You usually have to press 0 to go to the operator, and it goes directly to the staff. If they don't answer, you can call back or you can leave a message. We've been really, really busy. As a matter of fact, we might be looking for some more employees very soon. So we've been blessed to be very busy. One more time, the phone number for Fortify Vitamins is 866-503-9746. Last week, we talked all about weight loss, how weight loss or getting to your ideal body weight is ideal for overall health, right? Weight management. And I talked about the superfood, a very small amount, but this superfood by itself is not a meal replacement. But when you add our protein, like our Fortify Super Protein and vanilla or chocolate, which is New Zealand grass-fed protein, with our superfood or our whey protein isolate, it's a complete meal. So you're getting everything you need, all the protein, the servings of fruits and vegetables, the antioxidants, the phytonutrients, the polyphenols, everything you need is a complete meal. And that is really consistent with the Lang Survival Diet and the Healthy Weight Loss Bundle on the website. So this has the enzymes and the probiotics, very low calories, high protein, everything you need for a complete meal. If you want to lose weight, you take one serving of the superfood, one serving of one of our proteins as a meal replacement every day. But remember, you don't use it at the same time every day. So it's not your breakfast every day. Monday it's your breakfast, Tuesday is your lunch, Wednesday it's your supper, and then flip it around. Because if you do the same thing every day, your brain goes into starvation mode, your body goes into starvation mode, and your metabolism slows down. So that's why you want to mix it up. So you use it as a meal replacement each day, one of your 3 meals. All right, we were going to go to the phones, but we lost, I think that was James. James, give us a call back, and I'll take your call immediately. That's 1-877-969-8600, 1-877-969-8600. I see we've got somebody chiming in before we take the next call here, asking, Dr. Lang, you always go over a 4-step dry eye natural protocol. Please enlighten me again. I've got a pen and a piece of paper. I will write down and take notes. So I do. I talk about dry eye, natural approach for dry eye. We heat the lids, we clean the lids, we nutrify the glands, and we lubricate the eyes. So the way we heat the lids with a warm washcloth or something made by OcuSoft, a special mask or a Bruder mask that you put in the microwave for 20 seconds, and you heat up the eyes a couple of times a day for 10 minutes. So that opens up the meibomian glands. They get clogged as we get older, and you secrete a healthier outer lipid layer of your tear film. So heating up the glands is very important. All right. Cleaning them is also crucial. Believe it or not, your eyelashes are some of the dirtiest parts of your body because we clean under our arms, we wash our hair, we brush our teeth, but who scrubs their eyelashes, right? So OcuSoft also makes some great lid hygienic cleansers. So OcuSoft Original is great for everybody and anybody to clean. OcuSoft Plus is if you have some crusty eyelids, a little worse than normal, you can use that. If you may have some really matted shut eyes in the morning, lots of crusty stuff, you may have a mite on your eyelids called Demodex. And OcuSoft makes the best product for that also. It's called Oost Demodex. Quite frankly, if you just don't know what type of blepharitis or bacterial buildup you potentially have on your eyelids, just go straight to the Oost Demodex. And you scrub your eyelashes really good with that right before you go to bed at night, and you leave it on. And in the morning, you clean it off when you're in the shower or use one of the other OcuSoft cleaning products just to clean it off. So we heat them, clean them, all right? Then we nutrify them. And I developed a product I'm holding up right now called Advanced Dry Eye Therapy. Advanced Dry Eye Therapy by Fortify Vitamins. It's a combination of our omega-3, our black currant seed oil, and our Fortify Focus that has the lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. And I've got thousands of patients on this over the years. It works. It's great at helping alleviate dry eye symptoms and also help protect your eyes against the damaging blue light, cholesterol, and triglycerides naturally, and C-reactive protein. Some have some natural, it's natural nutritional support for total body wellness. So it's called Advanced Dry Eye Therapy. You learn more about it at the website at fortify.com. So now you see, we heat them, we clean them, we nutrify them, and then we lubricate. Lubrication is key. Most of the artificial tears you buy over the counter are like most of the vitamins, worthless, that you buy over the counter. So the best two artificial tears on the planet, in my opinion, are Oasis Tears Plus and Optase. Those two have hyaluronic acid in them. A third is Retain. So I like Optase best, Oasis second best, Retain third best. So there you have it. Heat them, clean them, lubricate, and nutrify. That's your natural protocol for dry eye. We're going to Alexandria, Virginia. I think we have Maddie. Maddie, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm from Alexandria, Louisiana.
Oh.
I have a question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say eyes. Nutrition.
Okay.
I had GIST surgery 2 years ago, and since that time, I have not been able to take in enough calories to maintain my weight. And I just heard you say that somebody drinks all these smoothies a day with these high calories. My stomach is so small and has so much trouble.
Right.
I cannot take in enough food to get enough calories to maintain my weight. Since the surgery, I have lost over 30 pounds, and I still gradually lose weight constantly.
So how much do you weigh now?
I weigh 150.2 now.
And how tall are you?
5'9".
Yeah, so you're at a pretty good weight, right?
Yes, but I continually lose it.
All right. So
I'm continually losing. I was at 154 a couple of months ago, but I gradually lose weight all the time. I don't want to keep losing weight. I look sick. I look deathly.
How old are you?
I'm 83.
Yes. Well, great. 83 from Alexandria, Louisiana. You know, you need to eat some more roast beef po' boys. So seriously.
I can't eat enough food.
Right.
I can only eat toddler-sized meals,
right.
and maybe 2 or 3 a day. I can't eat enough food to maintain weight.
Right. So, Maddie, you could certainly be developing at 83 now sarcopenia, and that's where we have muscle wasting. And when you lose muscle, you lose weight even faster. Muscle is heavier than fat. And so, many things. Obviously, you need to be consulting with your physician, okay? And the physician needs to talk to you about this. But there's some things that I can do, and Dr. Hall and I can educate you. If you consume the foods and the nutrients that potentially target your muscles, then we can help slow down muscle wasting called sarcopenia. All right. And oftentimes these are great for people that can't digest foods well and have small stomachs or had surgical procedures where half their stomach has been, closed off. So things like the superfood that we were just talking about, the organic blue-green superfood, at least gives you the antioxidants that you might not be getting in the whole food status. But more importantly, something like our whey protein, our Fortify Super Protein. It's New Zealand grass-fed whey protein. It's very high in immunoglobulins, high in something called CLA and lactoferrin. It helps boost.
Where do I get that?
You can go on our website at fortify.com, all right? That's FORTIFEYE, fortify.com. And I'm going to give you the phone number for Fortify Vitamins also, in case you wanted to call them. It's 866-503-9746. And what I would recommend is probably taking something like our Fortify Super Protein and making a little smoothie. Put a scoop of that in there, maybe, believe it or not, with some organic chocolate milk or A2 chocolate milk, even better. It's something called A2 chocolate milk, and maybe throw a banana in there, okay? So now you're going to get you're going to get a little bit of extra carbs from the banana, and you're going to get plenty of protein, extra calories that maybe you need, but in just a small glass, okay? So enough for you to get the nutrients, to get some calories, And I want you to talk to your doctor about that. Say you heard Dr. Lang on the radio, say that's something he'd recommend, and actually ask your doctor if it's okay. But I think it would be fine. And then consider the organic blue-green superfood as well. So consider our fortified organic food. Look at it online. Any questions, you can call Arlene at Fortify Vitals. You can always get in touch with me. But I think this is a start. And then obviously small meals, all right? Small
Right.
meals that are high in protein and antioxidants. Make sure you drink enough water during the day. So
Yes.
you must be listening to one of the new stations that we're on in Alexandria and Shreveport.
It says 840 on my radio. I don't know what
Okay.
station. I just happen to have it on that.
Well, make sure you tune in every Saturday morning and listen to it and give us an update on how you're doing, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Maddie. Bye-bye.
I will. Bye-bye.
All right. We got Roy and Largo. Roy, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. What can I do
I
for you?
have I'm a diabetic and I'm having trouble with my vision, and it's only anything up close I cannot see. I can't read any mail. I can't see any kind of small print or anything like that. Distance-wise, no problems.
How old are you?
But I'm 85.
All right. Now, so most people, all right, as we mature after the age of 40, 45 years of age, we don't have the ability to focus up close anymore, okay? So a lot of people will have 20/20 vision in the distance, but you can't see up close. That's a normal age-related change called presbyopia. Let me ask you this. Have you had cataracts removed? Have you had cataract surgery?
No.
No. All right. So at 80, you probably do have a little cataract as well. The cataract will cause your vision to be a little bit blurrier and you'll need brighter light. So obviously a brighter light, and you need to see your local optometrist or ophthalmologist and make sure you have a good refraction done to check the prescription. They should be able to give you a prescription that makes you see really well up close with adequate light. That's if you're seeing good in the distance in both eyes. Now remember, being a diabetic, you got to have your eyes dilated to make sure you do not have diabetic retinopathy starting as well.
Okay. I have an appointment with an optometrist.
Right.
The 28th of this month. So.
All right. So Roy, what
you're
going to do?
Try and tell me something.
Roy, go to that optometrist visit and then call us on the radio and let us know what he said and what the results are. Okay.
All right. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Hang in there. All right. You're listening to Ask the Doctors. Dr. Richard Hall and Dr. Michael Lang hosting Ask the Doctor. If you got a question, give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. You can go to our website at fortify.com, FORTIFEYE, fortify.com, and do some research on everything that we talk about on this program and look at it. This at least educates you. You don't have to buy the Fortify vitamins. We've developed it. We've done the studies and the science, but it can educate you. You can look at the nutrient profile, and then you can find something that's similar that's in your neighborhood if you don't want to order it online. All right. But you get it 1 to 2 days, free shipping, no shipping charge at all. All right. We got a bunch of people on hold. Doc Hall, we're getting loaded up here. We need to go for 2 hours again, like we used to.
Yes, we do.
Chime in really quick before we got 2 people on hold about, we talk about weight loss all the time, but there's some people out there that actually need more calories and need to gain weight, right?
Absolutely. That's the thing is most of the commercial end is in weight gain, or weight rather. And there's a whole bunch of people out there that just say, I can't keep weight on my bones, so there's a couple of ways you can do that naturally with diet. You just have to take in some more calories. And also, we always talk about sarcopenia. As you know, I've studied that for over 20 years. And one of the ways to stave that off and to stop muscle wasting and keep that muscle that you have on your body is with protein. And I want folks to take a look at our protein. I had a lady come in the other day, and she had 2 other canisters of protein, and she says, Doc Hall, I just want to show you this. And there was big labels on these things of all the ingredients. And she says, I'm so proud, she says, that I use your protein. She says, because you have 2 ingredients in there, and the main one is protein.
Mm-hmm.
And I says, exactly right. And so, if you have problems with keeping weight on and things like that, give us a call or give us a call, and we'll be glad to help you. It's not just about all weight loss. Some people really have a struggle with that.
Yep, that's true. So we can help you lose weight, or we can help you gain weight. Go see Dr. Hall at the Lang Nutrition Center in Ocala, Florida. You can certainly see me at the Lang Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida, for an eye exam. And I'll be today for only about an hour or so at the Lang at Fortified Nutrition Center in Clearwater. So in Clearwater, right on McMullen Booth Road, we have the Fortified Nutrition Center. We're open 6 days a week there. And Lang Nutrition Center in Ocala, right on State Road 200. And there's the music. We got 17 seconds. Doc, tell everybody goodbye.
Wow, what a show. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and we'll see you next week, folks. Thank you.
Thanks. And remember, today's show is all about consuming more organically grown fruits and vegetables. And if you can't do it, consider our Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood. Check it out. It's delicious. You will thank us for it. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to Ask the Doctor. If you're not happy with your eye care, get a second opinion. We're out of here. Have a great day. God bless you, and God bless America.
Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 5 minutes.